What about Kanye West, obviously?
I'm not having him.
Yeah.
It's definitely a channel changer.
I'm not having him.
Sure.
And if I ever win any more awards, I personally invite him to get up and take my award off me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I was rude when he did that to that girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That Taylor Swift, so yeah.
Yeah.
Give me an award.
Yeah.
See where it goes, it'll go right up his ass.
So, what do you think is the worst fashion mistake someone's made? Have you seen someone that's so so fashionable and has really done your head in and it looks hideous?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who?
You.
Oh, you boss.
Who would you like to interview?
No one.
Do you not have moments on stage where your mind's drifted and you're singing something and you've got to pull yourself back into it?
Yeah, totally.
Do you do that?
Totally, all the time. I'm thinking about the price of beans in Yugoslavia and all that stuff, you know what I mean? There's 30,000 people looking at me and going, shit, get it together.
Start with this powerful performance at V Festival. Morning Glory hits like a wall of sound, perfect for a crowd hungry for great rock. This version was so solid that it ended up being officially included on Stop the Clocks, one of the band's main greatest hits albums.
Hello, Manchester!
At Wembley in 2000, Go Let It Out opens the show with a beautiful mix of psychedelic groove and heavy riff.
If you like yourself a lot, go let it out and pick up your face.
Familiar to Millions, Oasis's first official live album, captures the band playing for tens of thousands of people, with the rhythm section sounding huge and the guitars roaring across the stadium.
Is it any wonder why princes and kings wear the creepers of their destiny?
This Wembley Arena 2008 show proves that rock and roll star is still the perfect calling card for the band. First song, lights all the way up, and crystal clear audio in the official filming. The crowd reacts as if it were 1994 all over again, singing every line, while the band plays with the confidence of seasoned veterans who completely own the stage. River Plate in Buenos Aires in 2025, cigarettes and alcohol is pure unleashed energy. Massive sing-alongs and a mosh pit that feels like a World Cup final. Oasis and Argentina share one of the strongest artist-fan relationships in the world. It's not only the music that connects them, but also their passion for football. And at every show in this country, that chemistry becomes totally obvious. The Japanese crowd, one of the most loyal fan bases Oasis has had throughout their career, explodes during the choruses. In this MTV showcase in Tokyo, the band dives into the most spacious, atmospheric side of their sound. Do you know what I mean? Sounds powerful in a relatively small venue. Acquiesce comes in almost at the start of the Knebworth set and works like a manifesto of unity between the band and the fans. Because We Need Each Other was sung by more than 120,000 people that night. The two Knebworth shows brought together around 250,000 people in total, and are still considered some of the biggest and most iconic rock concerts in British history. In Live by the Sea, we see Oasis at one of the peak moments of their career. Up in the Sky sounds raw and fierce. The packed Cliffs Pavilion shakes with the roar of the guitars, and many fans feel this show captures the most electric side of the Definitely Maybe era. This show at the GMEX in Manchester is almost an act of local pride. Roll With It, which had been a key single in the Britpop war on the charts, turns into a true home anthem in this performance. In the park in Scotland, the Hindu Times premieres in front of a sea of fans who already know the riff by heart, even though the Heathen Chemistry album was still relatively new. Many fans consider this one of the best live versions of the song, with its slightly psychedelic groove pushed even further by an extremely powerful guitar sound.
Supersonic.
Playing Supersonic at Manchester City Stadium was an emotional moment for the band, going from the stands to the pitch and filling the ground of their football team. The first concert at Maine Road captures the band in full global explosion. Noel said that his first match was City versus Newcastle at Maine Road in 1971, and that from that day on, City became his team. Before we jump into the top 10, quick heads up. There's a link in the description to our online clothing store. If you want to own the stage too, give it a look, especially the holiday drop. At Soda Pop Culture, we don't sell clothes. We sell opinions you can wear. If it doesn't ruffle feathers, it's not worth it. Dress like a rock star. Let them talk.
We'll find a way. I'll chase you.
Slide Away at Knebworth is one of the most emotional moments of the set. On the album, it feels intimate, but in front of more than 100,000 people, it turns into an epic British rock anthem. The final solo stretches out while the crowd sings every note back, turning the song into one huge collective chorus. Back to Argentina, but now in 2009, this entire concert is remembered for the absolute euphoria of the Argentine crowd, often declared by many artists as one of the best audiences in the world. And this song in particular shows how the Dig Out Your Soul era became a moment of massive communion from Europe all the way to South America. At the One Love Manchester benefit concert, Live Forever becomes a song of comfort.
I don't wanna die, maybe I just wanna breathe, maybe I just don't believe I'm gonna live forever.
After the tragedy of the attack, Liam appears as a special guest with Coldplay as his band, and the whole stadium gives the collaboration a huge ovation, turning a song from the 90s into a message of resilience and love for the city.
We're gonna live forever. We're gonna live forever.
On the Live 25 reunion tour, Little by Little shines at Wembley as a bridge between the classic era and the 2000s. The band already has decades of history, but the emotion in Noel's voice shakes the entire stadium and brings back the feeling of the song as if we were hearing it for the first time. The 2007 Teenage Cancer Trust concert at the Royal Albert Hall, Noel pays tribute to the Smiths with the version of There Is a Light That Never Goes Out.
And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side, such a heavenly way to die.
It's a very special moment for Manchester, a hero of one generation interpreting the heroes of the previous one, with an emotional, restrained performance that many fans consider one of the best concerts of his career.
Never goes out, there is a light, never
On the Live 25 tour stop at River Plate, Acquiesce appears at the beginning of the concert to fire up the stadium and make it roar. The song hits even harder when thousands of Latin American voices sing "We Need Each Other," reinforcing the feeling that this reunion is a renewed pact between the band and their Argentine fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Oasis.
A cold and frosty morning, there's not a lot to say, with all the things caught in my mind.
Their appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman presents Don't Go Away in a sober, deeply emotional format for the American audience.
So don't go away, say what you say, it's in the time of my life, there's only more time, just to make things right.
The band brings the ballad into the intimate space of a late-night TV show with a careful performance that contrasts with their stadium gigs and proves how well their songs work in a closer setting.
More time, just to make things right, so don't go away.
Thank you very much. Oasis, boys and girls. Thank you very much. Good to have you back. Congratulations. Good to have you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Hold on, don't be scared, 'cause you never change what's been and gone.
Years later, Noel returns to the Oasis catalog with his own band at the Isle of Wight Festival. Stop Crying Your Heart Out becomes a hopeful show closer, a sea of phone lights, a slightly slower tempo, and an arrangement that leaves plenty of space for the crowd to sing the choruses.
When all of the stuff faded away, the students of May, take what you need on your way, but stop crying your heart How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? So champagne supernova in the sky.
At MTV Live at Wembley 2008, Champagne Supernova feels like an emotional farewell. The band plays with intense calm, without rushing, letting every chord breathe.
Wake up, get down and ask her why. Dream a dream, she never died. We were getting high. We were getting high. We were getting high.
The crowd sings along in unison, and the song turns into a kind of shared, melancholic embrace, deep and timeless.
We were getting high. you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out.
Croke Park, during the Live 25 tour, Wonderwall is fully confirmed as a classic for the band and as one of the most popular songs in the world.
Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're the wanted one.
Wonderwall is no longer just a song. It's a universal language of rock. It has played in teenage bedrooms, in bars, in stadiums, and at festivals across the planet. Every acoustic chord connects different generations. Oasis went from small clubs to stadiums, from the terraces of Manchester City to nights that defined an entire generation of rock fans. Their songs became soundtracks for everyday life, from heartbreak to celebration, and still travel across decades without losing their power. If you enjoyed this journey through their live history, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another Oasis fan. See you in the next ranking, where we'll keep revisiting the greatest moments in music history, song by song, show by show.